Right, let's look at the mathematics SPM trial paper for 2021, the SBP set paper 1. So let's look at the question. Question 1 here on the round of 54,071, correct to 3 significant figures. So significant figures, we want to count it starting from the left, the first non-zero number. Okay, so if the 0 is in the middle, is in between other numbers, then it's still counted. So there's 1, 2, 3. So the next number, if it's 5 or above, I round up. Okay, if it's below 5, then I round down. So this 7 means I round up, the 0 becomes 1. Then the other numbers change to 0 to keep the place value there. So it's 54,100. Answer is D. Then this one, just add together 573 and 246, both in base 9. So use vertical addition. Once I reach the base number, I have to carry over as 1 in the next place value. So 3 plus 6, 9. So 9 I carry over, plus 1 here. So left 0 here. 7 plus 4 plus 1 is 12. 12, I take 9 and carry over. So 12 minus 9 is 3. So 3 remains here. 1 plus 5 plus 2 is 8. So 830 base 9. Answer B. Question 3. So to compare this, I need it in the same base number. So I convert the base 5 to base 8. So converting from base 5 to base 8, first we change to base 10. So power 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's 5 to the power 3 plus 1 times 5 to the power 0 means it's just 1. So it is 1, 2, 6. Right? In base 10. So convert from base 10 to base 8, I divide by the base number. Divide by 8, which is 15. Remainder 6. Divide by 8 again, 1. Remainder 7. Divide by 8, 0. Remainder 1. So it's 176 in base 8. Compare with this, M should be 7. Answer D. Then question 4. Calculate the value of x plus y. Right? So here, this kind of question, you either find x plus y both at once, or you find x and y separately. Okay, depending on the question, we may be able to do both, or we have to do either one of that. So first, when we have a regular polygon, always find the interior angle of your regular polygon. So interior angle of regular hexagon. So n minus 2 times 180 to get the total interior angle, divide by number of angles, which is same as the number of sides. So I get 120 degrees, means each interior angle here is 120 degrees. So I know here is 120. Right? Let's see. I can find it together, I can find it separately. It's up to you. Let's say I find it separately. This 120, this 120. So if this 120, these two lengths are the same. So I can use isosceles triangle to find these two angles, which are the same. So I take 180 minus 120 divided by 2. 60 divided by 2 is 30 degrees. So each of these is 30. Here would also be the same, because here is also 120. So 30, 30. Yeah. Then Let's say I find it all together. Okay, means I find x plus y straight instead of finding x and y separately. And I use this. I can find this angle, which is 180 minus 30, 150 degrees. This side will also be the same. Right? Yeah. Okay, sorry, my mistake. This is not. Here to here is 120. So I can find this angle. 120 minus 30, 90 degrees. So here is 90 degrees. So I have 90 here, 150 here, 40 here, y here, and x here. So this whole thing forms a quadrilateral, means they add up to 360. So x plus y plus 150 plus 90 plus 40 equals to 360. X plus y plus 280 equals 360. So x plus y is 360. Bring over the 280 plus opposite minus. So it's 80 degrees. So x plus y is 80. Okay. If you don't do that, you want to find x and y separately, you can as well. And you have to find here, which is 120 minus 30. Yeah, 120 minus 30 as well. So here is 90 here. So 360 minus 120 minus 90 minus 90. 60. Yeah, that's the x. And the y, I have to find this, which is just 180 minus 120. Yeah, 60 here. And this one, 360 minus 120, 240. So y is 360 minus 60 minus 40 minus 240, which is 20. Then x plus y, 60 plus 20 will also give you 80. So this kind of question, usually there's more than one way of doing it. It's up to you which method you prefer. Okay, just as long as you are able to find the correct angle. Okay. Then question 5. In a diagram, O is center of the circle, HKL is the tangent to the circle at K. So this line is tangent to the circle. M and L is a straight line. This one is a straight line. And I want to find P and Q. So I have 130 here. Okay. So using that, there's a few angles I can find. Yeah, but let's see which is more useful. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, let's find this one right here. Okay, so this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So cyclic quadrilateral means opposite interior angles add up to 180. So angle KMN is 180 minus 130, 50 degrees. Right? So using the 50 degrees, you can see this MKL is a triangle. Total angle in the triangle 180. So I can find here 180 minus 50 minus 30, 100 degrees. So I can find Q. Q is 180 minus 100, 80 degrees. Yeah, so it's either one of these two. So I want to see whether P is 30 or 40. So how do I do that? Let's see. Using the tangent line. Okay, one way of doing it is I add an extra line here. Okay, I know this is 90 degrees because radius and tangent line. Okay, radius and tangent will form 90 degrees. And I also know, just now I found here is 100 degrees. Here is 90, here is 100, means this is 10. This side will also be 10 because these two lines are the same length, radius and radius. So isosceles triangle. So these two lines are also the same. So 50 minus 10, 40. So it's 40 here and 40 here, means P must be 40. So answer D. Right? Question 6. Find the coordinates of image of R under the same rotation. So N is the image of M under rotation. From M rotate until N. So from M rotate until N, you look at the orientation, pointing this way to pointing this way, means it turns this way, 90 degrees. So I want to find the center of rotation. Center of rotation, there's a few ways of finding. It's up to you which way you want to use. Okay. I would use try and error. So you see, if I connect here, these two lines you can see is 90 degrees to each other, and it forms, and it's the same length on both sides. So this is the center of rotation. So I rotate R 90 degrees from here. If you find rotating a straight line difficult, you can put it as a right angle triangle, rotate the right angle triangle. It's easier to see. 4 here, 2 here. That is, yeah, so you end up here, which is 2, -4. So answer would be B. Question 7. Which of triangles ABCD is congruent to triangle P? Congruent means exactly the same shape and size, but the orientation can be different. So the one that is same shape and size is B. Yeah, should be able to see straight away. Compare the length of all the sides. Question 8. Which of the following statement is not true? Triangle SOT is image of triangle SOR under reflection on line OS. SOT is this one. SOR, this one. Reflection on line OS. If I reflect over this line, it is correct. This is true. Triangle TOU. TOU, this one. It's the image of SOT, this one, under rotation, 60 degrees anti-clockwise. TOU image of SOT anti-clockwise is wrong. This way is clockwise. So the one that is not true would be B. Just to double check the rest. Triangle UOT, image of SOR under rotation, 120 degrees anti-clockwise. So you see from here, this line moves 1, 2. 2 triangles, so 120 degrees correct. VOW, image of TOS, reflection on line RU, also correct. Flip over is the same. Yeah, so the only one that is wrong is B. And question 9, I have quadratic x squared minus 4x plus c. So c value would basically be the y-intercept. So means it's x squared minus 4x minus 12. So x1, x2 here is on the x-intercept. So when y is equal to 0, when fx equals 0. So I equate it to 0, just factorize factors of 12, 2 times 6 to get minus 4 minus 6 plus 2. So it's either x plus 2 is 0, x is negative 2, or x minus 6 is 0, x is 6. Negative 2 and 6. Answer A. Yeah. Question 10. This one, square everything in the bracket first. So the 3 I have to square. Be aware is 3 square, not 3 times 2. So 3 square becomes 2. So it becomes 9. P to the power negative 2 power 2. Power on top power, the power will multiply. So the negative 2 will times 2 becomes negative 4. Q to the power 3 times 2, 6. Then divide by 3p to the power negative 5q. So the number divided by number, same unknown, we combine. Divide means power minus. So minus power here negative 5 for p. And the q power 6 divide power minus. Minus no number means power 1. So minus 1. So it's 3p to the power of 1 q to the power of 5. D. Okay. Question 11. Abi, Kristan, and Uma receive commission from the sales of car polishing products in the ratio 5 to k minus 4 to 2. 5 to k minus 4 to 2. If Abi receive 127 ringgit.5 more than Uma, and the commission received by 3 sellers is 722.5. Calculate the value of k. Yeah. If RB receive 127.5 more than Uma, RB here, Uma here means 5 minus 2 units in your ratio. The difference is equal to 127.5. Yeah, this is 3 units. Let's find how much 1 unit is. So I divide 127.5 divide 3. Okay, yeah. To change 3 units to 1 unit, I divide 3. So here also divide 3. I get 42 ringgit 50 cents. Each unit in the ratio is 42 ringgit 50 cents. I find total units. Means I take the total commission divide by the value of 1 unit. So 722.5 divide 45.5, 42.5, my bad, is 17. So in total, there are 17 units. Okay. So means 5 plus k minus 4 plus 2 equals 17. So this is k plus 3 is 17. K is 17 minus 3, which is 14. Answer D. Another way of doing this is the ratio between the amount and the ratio for the number of units is the same. Means 5 minus 2 over 5 plus k minus 4 plus 2 equals to 127.5 over 722.5. Yeah. 3 over k plus 3 is 3 over 17, then k plus 3 is 17, k is 17 minus 3, which is 14. This method is shorter. However, you need to understand that the ratio between the parts, the units in the ratio, and the actual value is the same. So either way is fine. You can use different methods to solve, it's okay. Question 12. Which shows correct elevation of the object as viewed from X. So from X here, this is wrong because this reaches all the way to the bottom and top. So it should be dotted lines all the way until the end. This one, you should be able to see this line. So it's definitely not a dotted line. It should be a solid line. This one, seeing it like this is correct. And this one is wrong. Because if you see from X, it won't be a curve down at the bottom. It would be a horizontal line. Because here should be, on the bottom here should be flat. Yeah, when we view from the side. So the correct one is C. Okay. Question 13. Which represents the shaded region here? So shaded region here. So you can see it is outside of Q. Definitely there's a there should be a Q complement and then a P intersect R. Yeah, outside of Q, P intersect R is here. So outside of Q and also intersect with P and R. So answer B. Yeah. Okay, inside P, inside R, outside of Q. Yeah. Question 14. I have Venn diagram here. I have set M students who own motorcycle. Sorry, M is students who own car. N is students who own motorcycle. Total of 66 students own car. Yeah, own cars. Means whole thing here is 66. 27 own my motorcycle. Whole thing here is, yeah, 27. So 40 plus R is 66. 2R is 66 minus 40. 26 times 2, opposite divide 2, I get 13. If I count the other one, R plus 1 plus R equals 27. 2R is 27 minus 1, 26 times 2, opposite divide 2, I will also get R value of 13. So you can use either one of these two information, it will still give you the same R value. So once I know what R is, 40 plus 13, 53. Here is 13. 1 plus 13, 14. Then students who own a car or a motorcycle means M intersect N, number of elements inside. So 53 plus 13 plus 14. 80. Answer B. Question 15. I have a simple graph here. Which of the following is a tree based on the given graph? So the graph here, I want the tree. Tree means there should only be one path going through, and then number of edges will be one less than the number of vertices. So this A is definitely wrong because it connects the PTQR, forms a loop. Yeah. Then C is wrong also because there's an extra line here which doesn't exist in the diagram. So it's not a tree of the given diagram. The D also is wrong because QS also don't exist. So you cannot add lines in. So answer is B. Yeah, it's just removing this and this line. Yeah, then you see 4 edges, 5 vertices. Edges 1 less than number of vertices. Yeah, and also all these lines are inside the original diagram. Question 16. Sum of degrees. So sum of degrees for all the vertices is just 2 times of the number of edges, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 times 6, 12. Answer C. Question 17. Sakina bought X souvenirs at a shop for 29 ringgit each for her friends during a visit to Sandakan, Sabah. She paid using 3 pieces of 100 ringgit notes, received balance from a cashier. Which of the following inequalities suitable to represent number of souvenirs she can buy? Number of souvenirs she can buy. Yeah. Basically, I take 100 ringgit divide by 29. It cannot be any more than that, so it can be less or equals to that. So answer is A. Oh, sorry, my mistake. 300 because 3 pieces of 100 ringgit. So answer is D. Question 18. Hold on. Actually, no. It's C because she received balance. Yeah, she received the balance means there is a balance. So it should be less than. Yeah, it should be less than this value because there's a balance. Yeah, there's balance in the amount. So when you divide that, you should get more than the exact number. That's why I see. Question 18. State the linear inequality other than these two. which satisfy the shaded region. So I already have this line. Y more than 1 is this line. So the one more line is this. So I need the equation of that line, which is just 2x plus 6. That's be positive 2 because going up. So this is a solid line, so that's equal. Yeah, and it's above this line. So more equals. Y more equals 2x plus 6. Question 19. So I have this straight line equation. I know it passes through this point. So to find P, I just substitute the values of x and y in. 3 times 2P minus 1 minus 2 times negative 1 equals 18. 6P minus 3 plus 2 equals 18. 6P minus 1 is 18. 6P is 18 plus 1, which is 19. Bring over the 6, divide by 6. So it's 19 over 6. Answer C. Yeah. Then question 20. Solve to find M. So you can get your fraction first, or you can deal with... Actually, always get rid of fraction first, since there's more than one term in the fraction here. So I have 5 and 13 as denominator. So times both. Times 5 times 3, or basically it's the same as just times 15. Then it becomes, yeah, basically each of the term I times 15. So this one will cut, becomes 3. This one cuts, become 5. So it's 3 times 2m minus 3 equals 1 times 15 is 15 minus, here is 5. So minus 5 times m means 5m. 6m minus 9 equals 15 minus 5m. I rearrange. Minus 5m bring over plus 5m. Minus 9 bring over becomes plus 9. So it's 24. This is 11. M is 24 over 11. Answer B. Okay. Then question 21. Express this as single fraction in simplest form. So 5b over a squared minus b squared. Make sure you remember. You can factorize into 1 bracket plus, 1 bracket minus. Yeah, with the same ab. Divide, I change to times. Then flip the fraction around. A minus b over ab. So a minus b, I can cut. 1, b and b I cut. So it is 5 times 1, 5 on top. Then a times a plus b below, which is 5 over a squared plus ab. Answer B. Question 22. I have two congruent squares, PQRN and SLUT, this one and this one. QR is 3 cm. So this is a square, means 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. I think this diagram might have a bit of an error because I don't see a W here. Okay, but W, I don't know why this diagram don't have, but basically shaded region is here. Okay, which is basically area of the whole thing, whole rectangle, minus these two squares. So area of the whole rectangle, here, yeah, here I know it's 3, so x here, 3 here means x plus 3. So the whole thing is y times x plus 3. Then I minus the area of these two squares, which is 2 times of 3 square. So it's xy plus 3y minus 2 times 3 square is 18. xy plus 3y minus 18, answer C. Yeah, that's question 22. Question 23. If the number of employees using the Teams is 300 people, calculate the number of employees using Zoom. So again, I can use proportion method actually. Let's find the angle of people using Zoom. So I take 360 minus 60 minus 90, 210 degrees. So 60 actually. Angle of people using Zoom, 210, over angle of people using Teams is the same as number of people using Zoom over number of people using Teams, which is 300. So to find number of people using Zoom, I can just bring over 300 times 300. Okay, ratio of the angle is same as ratio of the number of people. So number of people using Zoom, 1050. Okay. Yeah. That's question 23. 24. Calculate mean of the distance between house and school. So I have this table here during distance and number of students. So mean, when there's an interval, we need to use midpoint. So find the midpoint of each of this interval. Just add the lower and upper limit. Add these two, divide by 2 for every interval. So it's 1.45, 2.45, 3.45, 4.45, and 5.45. Yeah. So mean will be sum of the frequency times midpoint, means 2 times 1.45 plus 5 times 2.45 plus 9 times 2.45. Sorry, 3.45. Yeah. Plus 10 times 4.45 plus 5 times 5.45. 117.95 divide by total frequency. So they already tell you here there are 31 students. So I can just divide by 31. Then I get 3.804. So 3.80. Answer A. Okay. Then this one, I'm given mean is 4. I'm going to find the variance. Mean is 4. Means when I add all this together, divide by, here there are 6 values, divide by 6 equals to the mean 4. So P plus, just add this together, I get 21 equals 4 times 6. Okay, divide opposite times. So 24, bring over 21 minus 21. So P is 3. Yeah, I know this is 3. So to find the variance, I want sum of x squared. Okay, because variance formula is sum of x squared over n minus mean square. So sum of x squared would be each of the value I square and plus together. 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square plus 5 square plus 4 square plus 9 square. 136. So variance, sum of x squared over n, 6 minus mean square. Mean is 4, 4 square. 136 divided 6 minus 4 square. 6.666, 6.67. Yeah, answer B. Question 26. I have a histogram here showing time taken by a group of participants in walking event. So which statement is correct? First one, distribution shape of the histogram is U-shape. You can clearly see the whole thing is not a U-shape. Definitely is wrong. From the bars here, this is definitely not U-shape. So size of class interval of histogram is 6. So midpoint here is 22 and 27. Yeah. So basically is upper boundary minus lower boundary. Means if we compare the midpoint, we plus, basically plus 1 after the difference. So from 22 to 27 is actually, wait, class interval. So actually, if I use midpoint, if I use midpoint, I can just take the difference. So 27 minus 22 is 5. So this is wrong. Should be 5 instead. Total 11 participants recorded time more than 35 minutes. 35 minutes will be here, basically. So there are 9 here, 5 here, and 6 here. 9 plus 5 plus 6 is 20. Should be 20 participants. So this is wrong. Right? Yeah. And the number of participants involved in this event, 34. So 9, 5, 6. Here is 4, 8, 2. Add all together, 10, 20, 34. This is correct. So answer is D. 27. Ramli is a volunteer. Driving a car from his house to the vaccination center in Bangi. Left his house at 6:30 a.m. with speed 85 km per hour. So Ramli arrived at the vaccination center at 7:15 a.m. He will be on duty for 5 hours. After finishing his duty, he left for home using the same route. Calculate speed. That Ramli drive if he reach home at 10:10 p.m. So let's do it. At 6:30, he drive at 85 km per hour. He reached at 7:15 a.m. He's on duty for 5 hours, means until 12:15 p.m. and he travels back using the same route. And he reached here 1:10 p.m. So 6:30 to 7:15 is 45 minutes. At the time, at the speed, I can find the distance. Speed equals distance over time. So speed times time equals to distance. Distance is speed times time. 85 km per hour times 45 minutes. But this is hours, this is minutes. I have to change to the same unit. So to change minutes to hours, just divide by 60. Yeah. So 85 times 45 over 60, which is 63.75 km. So coming back should also be the same, 63.75. Same distance. 12:15 to 1:10. Yeah, that would be 55 minutes. So I have distance, I have time. I'm going to find the speed. Just take difference over time. Distance over time. 63.75 divided by time. 55 minutes. I have to over 60. Yeah, 60 minutes in order to change it to hours. So 63.75 divide, make sure you bracket, then only 55 over 60. Yeah, you get 69.45, sorry, 545. Means I round up, 55. Answer B. Question 28, speed of a particle at 18 seconds. At 18 seconds means around here. So it's on this line. Speed at this line will be constant. Yeah, because that's the gradient of this line. So I just take gradient of the line. Change in distance over change in time. 15 to 35 is 20 seconds. So 45 divided by 20 is 2.25. So answer B. Question 29, in the survey, probability of an employee in factory B losing a job was 0.37. Factory has 2,500 employees. Calculate number of employees who are still working. Yeah. So probability that they are losing a job is 0.37. So probability that they are still working, 1 minus 0.37. Okay, 0.63 means number of employees who are working over total number of employees, same as the probability that they are still working, 0.63. Means number of them working is just 0.63 times 2,500. $1,575. Okay, answer C. Question 30 is just probability. So a pupil is randomly selected from male pupil and a pupil from female pupil. What is the probability that selected pupils are from the same class? Means I want probability that both are from 5 Kenanga, or when it's or, put plus. Probability that they are both from 5 Mawa. So boys from 5 Kenanga, 13 out of total, there are 28 of them. Times if girls from 5 kenanga, 13 also. Total is 27. Both from 5 mawa, 15. Okay, 15 over male, 28 again. Then for 5 mawa female, 14 over 27 female. So this is 169 over 7784 plus 15 over 28 times 14 over 27, 5 over 80. So add together, 169 over 7784 plus 5 over 80. Yeah, counted. I counted wrong. Huh. Male pupil from 5 kenanga. Female pupil from 5 kenanga. Right. Keying wrongly here. 756. Yeah, that's why there's something wrong. So 169 was 756 plus 5 over 18. 379 over 756, which is C. And question 31. Malik wants to own a car worth 125,000 on credit. You will pay an advance payment of 10%. Balance will be paid in installment over 7 years. So flat interest rate imposed by the bank is 4% per annum. Calculate the amount of repayment that Malik has paid. So it's a flat interest rate for 7 years. Okay. So the advance payment of 10% means the loan principal is only 90% of the 125,000. So let's count that first. So it's 112,500. So the amount of repayment basically is the total loan after interest, which is the principal plus the interest. Interest is principal times interest rate 4% per annum times time. Time is number of years. So 112,500 plus 112,500 times 4% means 4/100 times 7 years. So it's 144,000. Answer is 8. Okay. Then question 32. Encik Siva has medical insurance coverage, annual limit 500,000. He underwent heart surgery, treatment cost 200,000. Yeah. So calculate the payment to be borne by insurance company if Encik Siva's medical insurance policy has deductible 500 and core insurance package 80%, 20%. So the 200,000 treatment costs, you have to take out the deductible first. Yeah, then it's 199,500. Then this 199,500 will be split 80% and 20%. Means 80% will be borne by the insurance company, 20% will be borne by himself. So I take 80% of that, 199,500. So it's 159,600. That is the amount that the insurance company will pay. Yeah. Okay, you have to minus the deductible first. You cannot split 80%, 20% first. Okay, it's the deductible first. Then question 33. Encik Amirul owns terrace house in Kajang. House rental is at 1,100 ringgit per month and property assessment tax rate is 5%. Yeah. So calculate the property assessment tax payable by Encik Amirul for each half a year. Okay. So yeah, I count the amount of rental for the whole year first. So 1,100 times 12 months because it's per month. So it's 13,200 ringgit. So property assessment tax is 5% of that. So 5% of the 13,200 is 660, but this is for the whole year, but it's paid each half a year. Means I have to divide by 2. Then I will get 330. So answer is C. Okay, it's for each half a year instead of each year. So it's split into 2 because the tax rate is for the whole year. Question 34. So here we have part of incomplete mathematical modeling process. First is making assumptions and identifying variables. Then third step, verifying interpreting solution in the context of the problem. So after we make assumption and identify variable, the next thing we should do should be applying mathematics to solve the problem, because this one is basically this identifying and defining the problem, no different from first step. Forming mathematical equation in real world context. Is kind of part of the B. Refining mathematical model, definitely wrong. Yeah, that's after everything, if you need to. Yeah, so it's B, applying maths to solve the problem. Question 35. I have P varies directly as the square root of Q and R. Let's see. Square root of Q and R. So square root of Q is just, the square root is just Q lah, and R, so, and then also varies directly with R. So means P equals K times square root of Q times R. So sub in the values. 24 equals K times square root of 4 times 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 4, 8. 8K. So times 8 over Z divide 8. K is 3. So P is 3 square root of Q times R. So then I want to find Q when P is 60, R is 5. So 60 equals 3 times square root of Q times 5. So 60 is 15 square root of Q. 60 divided 15 is square root of Q. 60 divided 15 is 4. Square root opposite square. Q is 16. Answer C. Yeah. Question 36. Toy and Us company found that the number of toys sold P varies directly as their advertising cost M, and inversely as the price of each toy N. So price varies directly equals K times M, and inversely, so means over N. 54,000 was spent on advertising. M is 54,000. Price of the toy P. Price of the toy is N. N is 90. 9,600 units sold. P is 9,600. So use that, find the K first. 9,600 is K times 54,000 over N90. So 54,000 divided 90, 600. 9,600 is 600K. 9,600 divided 600 is K. K will be 16. So P is 16 times M over N. Okay, or 16M over N. So this one, price of toy increased to 144,000 and 100 ringgit respectively for cost and price. Cost of advertising and price of toy means M is 144,000, N is 100. So 16 times 144,000 divide 100 23,040. Answer A. Yeah, that's 36. 37 here is just multiplying the matrix. Yeah. So first one follow row, second one follow column. This is a 3 rows by 1 column. This is 1 row by 2 columns. So it will end up as a 3 by 2 matrix. 3 rows, 2 columns. So it's like this. First row, first column, -3 times -5. First row, second column, -3 times 4. Second row, first column, 2 times -5. Second row, second column, 2 times 4. Third row, first column, 4 times -5. Third row, second column, 4 times 4. Yeah, which will be 15, -10 here, -20, -12, 8, 60. So comparing, the correct answer is C. Yeah. Okay. Question 28. These two are equal. Find the value of H plus K. So I can times the 2 in first, and I can times the half in here. So 2H minus 6 minus 4K equals -2H -2. So combine this means 2H minus 4, the first element minus first element, -6 minus the K, then it will be equals to the -2H -2. So compare separately, this will be equals to this, and this equals to this. So 2H minus 4 is -2H. 2H plus 2H equals to 4. Okay, minus opposite plus, minus opposite plus. 4H is 4, so H is 1. The other one, -6 minus K is -2. -K is -2 plus 6. 4. Bring over negative. K is -4. So H plus K means 1 plus -4. -3. Answer B. Yeah. Question 39. Our value of 3 sine x minus 2 cos y. So sine, if I split right angle triangle like that, hypotenuse is 1. So this opposite adjacent hypotenuse. So this I have to use SOHCAHTOA. Okay, it's all quadrant 1, so I don't need to care about positive, negative. It's all positive. So 3 sine x. So opposite hypotenuse. Opposite is the y value. So 0.54 over 1 means 3 times 0.54 minus 2 times cos y. Cos y here is bit like that. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 0.39. So 3 times 0.54 minus 2 times 0.39, I get 0.84. Answer B. Yeah. And last question here. Y equals sine x for 90 to 270 degrees. So remember the basic 0 to 360 degrees first. So it should be like this. So each special point is separated by 90 degrees. So from 0 to the maximum point to 0 to the minimum point, then only to 0 back. So we want from here until here. So it's this shape. So we look for this shape, which will be this one. So answer is C. Okay. So yeah, basically that's for the SBP paper set 1. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.